The arithmetic operators in Java is similar to those in C programming language. So for addition, we use this operator, this one for subtraction, for multiplication, for division, and for getting the remainder of dividing A by B, we use the modulo operator. So for example, if we have 5% 3, what is the value of that? Dividing 5 by 3 would give you 1 as a quotient. Okay, so we call this the quotient. And 1 times 3 is 3 minus 5 minus 3, that's 2. 2 is the remainder. So the value here is 2. When you say 5 divide by 3, that gives you 1. But when you say 5% or modulo 3, that gives you 2. Now these are called compound assignment operator, or we call this the shorthand for addition. Okay, this one. So the compound assignment operator for addition is consisting of two symbols, the addition operator and the assignment operator. Okay, there should be no space in between. Say for example, if we have this A gets A plus B, that is equivalent to saying A plus and then the assignment operator and then B. Okay, and we call this the compound assignment operator for subtraction, compound assignment operator for multiplication. This is the compound assignment operator for division, and this one for the remainder or the modulo operator. Instead of writing this one like this, you could write it this way. Okay, so instead of writing this one like this, you could write it this way. And this one also. You could write it this way. And this one also, you could write it this way. So when are you going to use the compound assignment operator, which are these examples on the left side? It is when the left variable of the assignment operator appears on the right side of the assignment statement as one of the operands of the last to be performed operator. So for example, if you have A gets A plus B times C, can we rewrite this using compound assignment operator? Is the left variable of the assignment statement appears on the right side here as one of the operands of the last to be performed operator. On the right side, there are two operators to be performed, addition and multiplication. The last to be performed operator is addition, right? Because of the MDAS rule. So this is performed first. And then, say for example, that is val. The value of B times C is val plus A. And then this is rewritten as A gets A plus the value of that. Okay. Now, this is the last to be performed operator. And the left variable on the left side of the assignment operator appears on the right side as one of the operands of the last to be performed operator. And therefore, because that is so, we could write this using the compound assignment operator. So we could say A plus the assignment operator and then this one, val. Okay. So this is now using the compound assignment operator for addition, where addition is the last operator to be performed on the right side of the assignment statement. And replacing val with the original expression B times C, the whole expression now would be written as A, and then the shorthand for addition, the compound assignment operator for addition, and then the value of val, which is originally B times C. So this is the shorthand assignment statement For the original, A gets A plus B times C. So this is the original expression, how we normally write it, and this is the equivalent shorthand assignment statement. For the relational operators, we have the same in C programming language. So in Java, same in C programming language, this is the equality operator. So when you test two values or variables or two expressions, if they are equal, then you use this operator, equality operator. Okay, we call this the equality operator. While this is the assignment operator. Okay, so remember, this is assignment operator, while these two having no space in between, okay, take note, no space in between, is the equality operator. And this is the inequality operator. Okay, to test if two values or two expressions or two variables are not equal. And for the numerical comparison operators, this is less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. The Boolean or logical operators are the following. This one is the logical negation or the Boolean logical negation. It negates or inverts a statement. So if a statement is true, it becomes false after the negation. So when you say not Boolean A, where Boolean A is a Boolean variable, say for example, Boolean A is a variable having a value true, and then when you say not Boolean A, this becomes false. But Boolean A would still be true. When you say Boolean A gets not Boolean A, and Boolean A, for example, is true, so this is true. And then when we put that negation operator, which is equivalent to saying not true, so the whole expression becomes false, and that is assigned to Boolean A variable. So from Boolean A initially true, this becomes false. You change the value of Boolean A by assignment statement. So again, this one is not the same as this one. The next Boolean logical operator is this one, which is equivalent to AND. And this one is the OR, the ampersand. Then this would perform bitwise AND. Okay, like in this case, this is only a single symbol. The OR would also perform bitwise OR. If this is the operator having two symbols, this is now the logical AND, and this one is the logical OR. What is the difference between bitwise AND having only this symbol and the logical AND having two ampersand symbols? The bitwise AND, which is a single ampersand, and the bitwise OR, a single vertical symbol, will be used for binary operands. Like the one we have a while ago, say we have B1 is equal to binary 0110, and say B2 is 0111. If we're going to perform AND operator, the bitwise AND, say this is B1 and B2, this would be performing the AND operator bit by bit. So it would be bit by bit from the rightmost bit position going to the leftmost bit position. So the result would be 0, which is false, representation of false, and 1, representation of true, 0 and 1, or false and true, that gives you false or 0, right? 1 and 1 gives you, for this 1 and 1, it gives you 1. For this 1 and 1, it gives you 1. 0 and 0 is 0. So the AND operator will result to 0 if at least one operand is 0, and it will only result to 1 if all the operands are 1, like in the case of this and this. So they have this result 1 and 1, while for this it is 0, and for this it is 0 because there is 0, at least one operand, which is 0. Now the same is true for using this bitwise OR. If we have B1 equals 0, 1, 1, 0, and B2, the binary value is 0, 1, 1, 1. If we perform the bitwise OR, say this is, we are trying to get B1 or B2, it would be 0 or 1, it gives you 1. 1 or 1, it gives you 1. 1 or 1 is 1. 0 or 0 is 0. So take note that the bitwise OR will result to 1 if at least one operand is 1. So this is 0 or 1. There is 1 here, so the result is 1. 1 or 1, both are 1, so it is 1. 1 or 1, both are 1, so 1. There is no operand 1 in here, so it is 0. While for logical AND and logical OR, these are not for binary operands. These are for Boolean operands. Like when you say B1 is true and B2 is false, then when you say B1 and B2, the result is false. When you say B1 or B2, the result is true. So these are logical and this is logical OR. While in here, this is bitwise and this is bitwise OR. Let's recall the truth table of the logical OR and the logical AND. Recall that this is the logical AND. This is also the logical OR, while these two here are the bitwise AND for this one, and this one is the bitwise OR. So whether it is logical AND or bitwise AND, the truth table is the same. This one for the AND operator, whether it is the logical AND or the bitwise AND. And the truth table for OR operator is this one. So whether it is logical or the bitwise OR, the same truth table is applied. So say for example, we have two operands A and B, and we're trying to perform the AND operator on the two. So if this is true and true, the result is true. And true false, it's false. False true is false. And false false is true. Now remember that for the AND operator, it will only result to true if all the operands are true. If at least one operand is false, the result is false. On the other hand, for operator OR, whether it is logical operator or the bitwise OR, this is the truth table. So notice that this OR operator will result to true if at least one operand is true. We have here true. For this, we have this true or this true. For this, we have this true. For this, we have this true. And the OR operator returns false only if all the operands are false.